Effective immediately, I am banning Mr. Sterling for life from any association with the Clippers organization or the NBA. Mr. Sterling may not attend any NBA games or practices. He may not be present at any Clippers facility, and he may not participate in any business or player personnel decisions involving the team.
All right, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. The verdict handed down by the NBA commissioner just about an hour ago, and it's the harshest penalty that I believe he was legally able to hand down. Joining us right now on the Malsburg panel is Jared Max, sportscaster Jared Max, and we'll be joined momentarily by radio host Kevin Jackson. And Jared, welcome.
Hey, Steve, how are you?
Good, good, good. So the speculation's over, except, of course, what will happen with the NBA Board of Governors and the owners when it comes time for them to vote to have Sterling sell his team. But as far as what the commissioner and the league could do, it appears they did do.
Steve, were you surprised at how swift the action was and how quickly this was done? I was, because you know, you think about the different, whether it be Spygate in the NFL, you remember with Bill Belichick, the Patriots coach, caught videotaping others, or whether it be whatever blank gate there is in sports, these things normally take time. And boom, I mean, this thing, you know, bada bing, bada boom. And Adam Silver says there's no place in the NBA for this. Here's what I want to know, and I think it's great that this was able to be done so quickly. Hopefully this maybe sets precedent for breaking through other red tape in society where, you know, so many times we know that things get held up. What I'd like to know is if this ban can be as strong as it is. If I'm an NBA owner and I do not vote for this, because all they need is 75%, but if I don't vote for this, aren't I just the same as Donald Sterling, essentially? That's what I want.
I disagree. I disagree.
Wait, Kevin, meet Jared. Jared, meet Kevin Jackson. Jared, Max, first time together on the panel. Now, I knew you were going to disagree. Kevin, go.
Yeah, I disagree. I think that if any owner that votes for this, he's opening himself up to the same type of scrutiny. And I certainly don't defend this guy's comments. But again, I go back to, he made these comments in what was supposed to be a private conversation. I think many people try to vet ideas with family and friends in private conversations that they would never want to necessarily go public when you're trying to figure things out. Owners will be opening themselves up to all types of scrutiny. If the NBA wants to start telling people becoming the thought police, well, guess what? They've just decided to do it.
Kevin, if we're in a position now where everybody is very much banding together, this reminds me, I said this to Steve yesterday, this reminds me of the Jerry Sandusky case, in that everybody knew this is wrong and this cannot be the acceptable behavior. And it seems everybody wants to feel empowered to say this is bad. So good for everybody, and we're all holding hands right now in unison on this. But going forward, forget about private conversations. Look, the gotcha game to me is why he finally got caught here. He should have been caught a long time ago. It's the gotcha game and the damning audio which gets Donald Sterling. But 29 other owners right now have essentially been placed. It's like the line in the sand. You're either for us or against us. We always like to say, hey, who's that baseball writer who didn't put this guy in the Hall of Fame? Well, if you're not voting...
Look, the guy bought they never should have let him buy the team. If they have some sort of ethics around it, then you need to do a better job of vetting the potential owners of the team, because what I'm telling you is every one of those owners has had conversations about players, about situations in their lives. I mean, let's face it, you know, there's more than just him pulling an Alec Baldwin talking to his daughter or talking to his ex-wife. This is not – when you get into this is a very slippery slope. Now, I'm not defending what he said.
Well, by the way, Kevin, not to interrupt, but just to interrupt. That's what Mark Cuban said. Mark Cuban blasted the remarks and then said this is a very slippery slope, and I think that is a forebearer of an indication of where these owners might fall. But continue, Kevin.
Well, the one other thing that I wanted to point out is this has had nothing to do with how he treats his players. These guys have got multi-million-dollar contracts. He's got a black coach. He's got black players. He's got black people in the audience. This has no reflection on how he's running his business. It would be different if he said, I'm not going to allow black coaches or black players or a black GM or black people in my building or anything close to that. So the idea, look, what he says in his private life, what he does, I don't know what his deal was with his ex-girlfriend. That's a whole other dynamic.
Can I throw one out there? As we wonder about.
Go ahead, Jared. Go ahead.
Steve, we always hear people say, this is usually on the thing about someone's sexuality or what goes on in the bedroom. We always hear people say, hey, whatever happens in the privacy of your home is your business as long as you're not hurting me. Now, obviously, that has changed a little bit here. This is a little bit of a game changer because, I don't know, go talk to anybody who is 80 years old, and I'll bet you're going to get some answers that you might not want to necessarily hear. The difference is most 80-year-old men aren't worth the billions of dollars Donald Sterling is and don't have the power he has as one of 30 in a very unique fraternity.
Well, I know a guy in his 50s who said they made a comment that it was his own private life. His sex life had nothing to do with us, and he was president of the United States. So the idea that we can take what someone says, whether those are his private feelings for real or not, and through transference say, this is the way, yea, verily, he is, when he is not demonstrating that in his business. And by the way, there are EEOC laws and Department of Labor laws that will prevent him from having that attitude in his business. But what attitude he has in his personal life, right or wrong, is his to have. And I know that may sound strange coming from a black guy, but I'm just telling you, I don't care what this guy thinks.
Kevin,
the black players on his team, one other final point, the black players on his team should be saying to themselves, you know what, if this guy has to rely on me as a black player, if he's a racist and he relies on me, who's really winning in the end?
All right, Jared, we're going to continue this. We got another segment, so stay where you are. Kevin Jackson, Jared Max, here on the Steve Malzberg Show. Of course, the verdict has been handed down by the commissioner of the NBA. Lifetime suspension, no affiliation with the team any longer for the owner of the LA Clippers, Donald Silver. And I'm sorry, Donald Silver. Donald Sterling. It's Adam Silver. And later
Steve,
on in the show, Bill Crystal will be here.
Out today?
Am I wearing what?
Are you wearing your suit inside out?
I might. No, I'm not. Well, we're coming back with Jared Max and Kevin Jackson. Don't go away.